news that matters. This is KLBK News at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Falkenberg. Severe weather hammering parts of the South Plains this evening with tornadoes on the ground near the Tahoka area. Now during the storm, DPS actually blocked off numerous roads going south into Tahoka and east out of the city to keep people as far away as possible. Many people finding cover anywhere they could to avoid all the elements, including pea to golf ball sized hail, lightning, and of course the tornado. Storm also wiped out power to a large part of Tahoka. We spoke to people after it was all over, some calling it surreal and others a very frightening moment.
You can see a lot of dirt blowing up. You can see even across the fields, all this just topsoil dust was just heading one direction, and you can see it going to one spot. And then when we got into town, you can see a funnel cloud a little bit back this way past the Harvick building. And there's just this big funnel cloud. You can see this little tail coming down. And then a little bit after that, it just started with all the rain and wind. And everything was blowing sideways. You really couldn't see much in front of you when we were driving around. It was like Tahoka was a ghost town. We were one of the only 3 cars kind of just moving. And you could just, it was just this unreal scene of like destruction kind of coming. But you didn't know what to do, whether to really stand and watch in amazement or you know, seek shelter. So it's adrenaline rushing.
Now, because of the power outages, Tahoka ISD and Wilson ISD have delayed school tomorrow. Their classes will begin at 10 a.m. Nearly a week after he was shot, Texas Tech football player John Scott was released from the hospital. Texas Tech Athletics says he is continuing his recovery under the direction of the Texas Tech medical staff. The SIEGEL family is taking their next step in a long journey, bringing attention to traumatic brain injuries. Tim and Luke spent their day signing copies of their new book, It's in God's Hands. It's been 4 years since Luke Siegel's traumatic golf cart accident, leaving him with a traumatic brain injury. His dad now releasing a book about how it's impacted his family. He says it was not easy to write, but wants to bring hope to families going through similar situations.
That after brain injury there is hope. We were told by a lot of people that he would never use his limbs, use his voice. He's doing both. And I think with love and hard work and really just determination, and Luke is such a fighter, your child who suffers from brain injury can and will get better.
You can buy the book at United Supermarkets or Market Streets around Lubbock, or it's also on Amazon, and all of the proceeds will go to Team Luke Hope for Minds.
Honoring the men and women who've served our nation. 1,000 thanks.
A lightning strike was not going to stop a group of Illinois veterans from taking their honor flight to D.C. The hole was blown through the airplane's wing, but luckily no one was injured and they landed safely for their amazing trip to the nation's capital. Mason Dowling was with them for the trip and shares the stories of some of our national heroes.
Every veteran has a story.
My name is Dale Meredith, Vietnam.
Elizabeth Simey KIGGEN. I'm a veteran myself.
I was down in the Delta, river patrol boats, and I was a boat coxswain for SEAL team.
I was in the United States Army. I did Iraq, but I signed up to be a chaperone.
I arrived during TED of 68, and I was there till Thanksgiving of 70.
Elizabeth and Dale, 2 different wars, 2 different branches, 1 common goal, and not even an act of God could keep them from the honor flight.
I'm just proud to be an American. I'm proud to be a veteran. I'm proud of all of our veterans for what we do, for what we have done, because America doesn't know how free we are compared to the rest of the world.
Elizabeth is in Washington, D.C. to give back to other veterans and herself. Service runs deep in her family. In fact, her son was in the Army as well.
We were both airborne. I got to pin him his wings because I was airborne first.
She's in Washington, D.C. to help her fellow veterans because, like so many vets, her son dealt with PTSD. He took his life last year.
Nobody wants to talk about it, but people need to talk about it. Not just myself, but my whole family has to deal with the loss. And not just my family, there's hundreds and thousands.
That's why she continues writing, volunteering, working.
I just want to help people. I couldn't help my son. Sometimes it's hard to help myself. but I love helping people.
Dale was pushed to go on the flight by friends. He, like so many Vietnam veterans, didn't get any warm welcome when he came home. That changed when he walked into Reagan National Airport.
All those people that nobody knows who you are, anything, they just took time out from their day to welcome you back. Makes you think somebody actually appreciates what you do.
That feeling continued throughout the day with each stop and culminated